Good afternoon or morning, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here by Agents Weather Forecast. And this is going to be another winter-related video. So I did have 2 days straight of spring, but let's go a little bit back and rewind back to winter here. So we're going to be kind of talking about the winter storm that's going to be occurring across the Cascade that's going to possibly bring over 5 feet of snowfall, and as well as some significant flooding for those areas that are going to kind of be more in the valleys where we have those lower elevations. So we're really watching potential whiteout conditions and heavy snow throughout today, tomorrow, and as well all the way up to as well Saturday and even the weekend. We're really watching for the snow to continue from the system here. So really watching for very heavy snow and as well some dangerous flooding across those more southern regions here. But let's go ahead and get into the forecast. If you have not already done so, though, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And as well, if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below, and I will do my best to respond to them. But let's go ahead and check a look now at what we have. Let me actually get out my EpiPen real quick. So this is kind of what we're looking at right now across portions of the northwest. As you do see, we do actually have a few windstorm warnings there in those higher elevations in the Cascades right here. Some really heavy snow, and that's going to kind of where we will be seeing our heavy snow up to possibly 5 feet of snowfall within the next 3 days. And then we have a few windstorm warnings here, kind of more towards, you got the Rockies right here in Yellowstone, and as well you got the Rockies right here in Idaho. We got as well as warnings where we can possibly get anywhere from 1 to 3 feet of snowfall. And then we have a few advisories where we see some scattered snow across now in the weekend here. And these advisories where we can possibly get anywhere from half a foot to a foot of snow, because again, these are these higher elevations. So winter weather advisories is a lot of snowfall still. And we're going to really be watching as well some potential whiteout conditions, as we do have some wind advisories and some high wind warnings to the just outside of where we have those winter weather alerts. So really going to be watching for specifically the Cascades where we've seen that heaviest snow, and as well potential those whiteout conditions there. And we can't forget about Olympia National Park. We have a winter weather advisory there as well. But again, it's going to stay outside Seattle. It's going to stay outside Portland. It's going to stay outside Boise. It's going to kind of stay outside those big cities and stay in those higher elevations. Let's go ahead and check a look at the European here. So this is a look now at later today. You can see that low pressure is really coming off the Pacific there. And it's going to start bringing that really heavy snow across British Columbia there and those higher elevations. And that's going to make its way as well all the way up to areas like Washington and those higher cascaded regions. But again, areas like outside into the coast or outside like Seattle or Portland are just going to be seeing that really heavy rain, as they will be above freezing. Into now Friday in the next 24 hours, you see the Cascades really starting to get that really heavy snow. It's going to be really heavy, and as well, again, going to be quite windy conditions. Going to get some gusts up to 30, and that snow, of course, make its way as that cold air does kind of move in more towards the United States. We'll start to see that frozen precipitation making its way to areas like the Rockies as well, into Montana, portions of Idaho, and into its way like Yellowstone. Then by later Friday afternoon, that snow becomes really heavy across the Cascades, specifically in upper Washington. Again, really watching as well that flooding towards the coast, including Seattle, and then as well the big cities like Portland, and then that general coast will be seeing that heavy rain in general. And as well as seeing that heavier snow across areas like Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, all the way up to Utah. But really watching right here on the border with Idaho and Montana, where we have those highest elevations outside Helena, outside of Bozeman, kind of seeing that really heavy snow. And as we now get later into now Saturday, in the next 48 hours, Saturday morning, that snow is becoming very, very widespread across much of Oregon there, much of Idaho. Going to start getting a few snow showers across Boise, heavy snow across areas like Wyoming there, and into areas getting near Casper, some really heavy snow. Jackson, Wyoming. Really heavy snow continue to pile up across upper Idaho and portions of far western Montana. And then it'll all kind of move out by Sunday morning. You can see some scattered snow showers, and it's going to kind of move more towards the south there into areas like Nevada, moving more into areas like Salt Lake City, moving as well. Some scattered snow showers will continue, but it'll all mainly be done by Sunday evening. Let's take a look now what we're going to be seeing. So you can kind of see that snowfall really becoming a big threat in the next few hours. You can kind of see the Cascades just going to continue to see some heavy snow. This is going 48 hours out. So you can kind of see in the next 48 hours, we're just going to be seeing constant snow across the Cascades and constant snow across portions of the upper Idaho region. And then we'll have those scattered few snow showers in those other regions, but as well, really watching for some flooding as well on the coast and those areas in the valleys. Heavy snow there in the Cascades, constant snow, and as well, some constant snow continuing out here in the upper Rockies as well. So the kind of areas we got to really watch out here. Specifically, my area to really watch is specifically, I guess, north central or much of west central, almost central Washington there, and those Cascades, really watching for that heavy snow and constant snow to kind of stay there. This is a look now at what we're going to be seeing in the next 18 hours according to the ARRR. Let me actually move this a little bit and kind of see. We are going to be seeing some really heavy snow in the next 18 hours, possibly seeing in the next 18 hours, possibly 2 feet. So we're talking really heavy snow of more than a foot per day here, possibly just under a foot and a half per day as well. Really watching Olympia National Park to possibly get in the next 18 hours around a foot of snowfall. And they're going to go all the way from Washington to Oregon, of course, the other region there in the Rockies, possibly right here. Like I said, this is my other area to watch right here in Idaho and Montana border, possibly anywhere from 8 to 15 inches of snowfall, some scattered areas of 1 to 4. Anywhere from 6 to 8 across upper Oregon, and we'll have kind of those. We will have these higher elevations, kind of outside the border of Idaho. See some good snow, but it will be a lot less than what we're seeing in the dead center Rockies and the Idaho and Montana border. Bulls are really watching across the Cascades. Some scattered areas can possibly get over 4 feet in the next 18 hours. So that's kind of describing how heavy that snow is going to be. Again, staying out of Seattle, staying out of Portland, staying out of Boise at least for the next 18 hours. So could see some good amount of snow for Spokane, possibly an additional 1 to 3 inches in the next 18 hours. So definitely see some good snow. So this is the amount of snow by the end of Sunday. So you can see a big difference here. Looking at possibly over 6 feet of snowfall across these higher elevations there. I believe this is possibly getting near 70 inches. Yeah, this is getting near 70 inches of snow. So we're possibly seeing over 5 inches of snow there. Or sorry, not 5 inches. So obviously we're going to get more than 5 inches. I mean 5 feet. Over 5 feet, maybe even getting close to 6 feet across some scattered areas there, specifically those higher elevations in Washington, and there will be some scattered areas up into Oregon where we can possibly get over 4 to 5 feet of snowfall. And then you can see another area really watching those upper Idaho region there near Montana border can get anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snow, and as well watching Yellowstone National Park can possibly get some regions up to near 2 feet of snow. So you can see some scattered areas in those higher elevations where we can get over possibly a foot to maybe even 3 feet. You can kind of see those scattered little areas in those highest elevations. So it's going to be really scattered, but we will be seeing a ton of areas outside the main mountain regions that can possibly get over a foot of snow because of those highest elevations. But specifically, really mainly watching the Cascades in Washington and Oregon, and as well the Rockies there in Idaho and as well Montana. Definitely the areas that will get hardest hit. And more deeper look into actually Washington, you can kind of see really specifically watching these areas, we'll be seeing that heavy snow. You see the spotty areas where we have those highest elevations. So there can still be a 2 foot difference between between a few miles because of a mountain. You can kind of see one area can possibly get over 70 inches, and maybe a county to the east will get nothing. That's kind of showing you how those Sierras and those Cascades are. Closer to the coast, we'll have some scattered areas that can possibly get over 15 plus inches. Olympia going to get a ton of snow. And some areas in the Cascades, the snowiest month is actually March. So that's kind of the time frame we're getting into. But really, extremely heavy snow across these areas. And the Cascades, of course, extremely heavy snow. Possibly maybe 5 inches plus per hour. And then kind of the other tip of Oregon, we'll be seeing another area of 24 to possibly 44 inches of snow. And you can kind of see quite a snowy Idaho right here as well. But really specifically watching the Cascades in Washington, and also the Cascades in Oregon. Those are definitely going to be the hardest hit areas, not only with snowfall, but as well Washington and Oregon can get hit the hardest by the flooding in general for those areas that aren't getting that snow. So this is now a look at the European, getting similar totals, getting around possibly 44 plus inches in those higher Cascades, not only in Washington, but stretching its way into Oregon again. Seattle just missing out. Actually, according to the European, Seattle may get a trace or so. Oregon, of course, missing out a ton on the snow like they usually do. Again, Cascades, including Olympia, as well Upper Oregon and portions of Idaho will get the heaviest snow. Can get some scattered snow across Boise, maybe an inch or so. May get some good snow near Idaho Falls, 2 to 4 inches. Yellowstone, 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. Areas near Helena may get 2 to 4 inches. But areas in Upper Idaho, northeastern Oregon, and the Cascades in Oregon, and Washington, we're watching the heaviest snow we can possibly get, well over a foot, and in those higher elevations in Washington, we're talking possibly 5 feet of snow. So European, of course, kind of showing around 36, anywhere from 40 inches, and again, the NAM possibly showing over 6 feet, not 6 inches, 6 feet. So watching anywhere from 3 to 4 feet, according to I guess anywhere from 4 feet there to possibly 3 feet is kind of the max there for these areas across those higher Cascades. But on the other hand, the NAM's getting up to possibly well over 72 inches there. So really watching extremely heavy snow in these areas. So again, we're talking near 6 feet if the NAM is correct. So again, that's 6 feet exactly, 72, and then you got the European kind of showing around 4 feet. So I guess the intermediate is anywhere from 5 feet, basically. That's kind of the intermediate we're really watching out, and that's crazy. Seattle maybe they may get a trace or so according to the European, but again, I doubt that'll happen. But really, of course, very heavy snow potential. I wouldn't doubt if we get blizzard condition in these areas. And then, of course, the Cascades not only going to get heavy rain, or not just are they going to get heavy snow and feet of snow, but they're going to get a ton of rain, or I guess a ton of rain for Northwest criteria, possibly talking around 4.5 inches of rain in those higher elevations. But as well, the coast going to finally get some good rain here, anywhere from half an inch to anywhere from 2 inches we can get around on the upper areas of the coast. And then those higher elevations in the Cascades, we're going to be seeing quite a bit of rain, 2 to 3 inches, maybe some scattered areas right here at the 4.5. And then we'll see some good amount of rain as well in the upper Rockies, possibly 2 inches and possibly even near 3 inches there near Oregon. So really some widespread flooding across these areas. I know that's nothing towards those areas in the southeast, but that's flooding criteria for the Pacific Northwest. But hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys later.